Welcome back to Gossip for Your Soul podcast. I'm your host, Daisy. Hey, y'all. Y'all, when I say hey, y'all, I feel like that girl on TikTok that be eating. She like, hey, y'all. um, how y'all doing today? I'm doing good. I ain't gonna say a rough week, but the week last week would just really had me, I don't know, drained. Like, I don't know. Like I wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't up for too much. I just felt like I was just so tired, or just really didn't want to do anything. So I love that when I get back into the spirit of wanting to do things. Y'all don't understand. Like, girl, be like, yes, get that power back. Yes, honey. So I'm happy that I'm back or whatever. I wanted to say, if you are currently going through a lot of stuff and you just keeping your head above waters, keep going. Keep going. You know, sometimes all it takes sometimes is to really reflect, um, and go over things that you might need to consider as lessons. And I've noticed that that helped me through a lot of my journey. I have a lot of pain in my journey, and I've learned that just being able to, I don't know, find a reason in what you're going through. Don't feel like, why is this happening to me? Why did this happen? Definitely ask God why, but be ready for the answer. But also look within and look at your circumstance and just find you positive things. It's always positivity in everything. First it was darkness, then it was light. So that tells you in any darkness, you'll be able to find the light. Find the light and stay there. Even when your soul feels like it's not the right place, you'll find yourself. Just stay right there. Okay, y'all. Just before I get into the episode, y'all, we're gonna have to come up with a new song or something, because y'all, I feel like they keep copyrighting my episodes, because I got that free mind by Tim's up there. I gotta get up out of there. Okay. And y'all, actually, somebody made me a beat. Like, he remixed it. So at first, like, nobody was tripping over it, but I feel like YouTube's starting to trip or whatever. And it might be that man, y'all, trying to get me. Whoa. Anywho, we need some new music. I don't know, y'all. So this one might be a little dry. I'm gonna find some. We need some like mm, 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 mm. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, okay, okay. We need some groovement up in here, okay? Okay, so I'm here to talk about this episode that I've really been holding on to for dear life. And a lot of these episodes that y'all tend to hear from me right now, y'all, I wrote these episodes 5 years ago. Not 5 years ago, technically, but at least about three to 5 years ago, I wrote these episodes. And a lot of these episodes was going to be for my season 2 of my old podcast. And I don't know, I guess because I left it there for so long, I was just like, yeah, girl, just let's leave it there. Let's come up with some new ideas, some new energy, some new movement, because, the energy of that podcast has been, I don't know, hasn't been around in so long. I just didn't know how to feel about it. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, so the name of this podcast, let's get down to the business, is He Left With All My Stuff. This is a story about a girl who get with a nigga who ain't shit. She don't notice he ain't shit, so he take it through the most. Say no. He almost left with all my stuff. I wanted to do this episode because I feel like a lot of times in my past relationship, I felt like that. And not a lot of times necessarily it was the guy's fault. I could definitely say that. I don't think it was I don't think it was the guy's fault at all. The guy's fault. Cause you definitely have your certain guys, and I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna go through one and another. Okay, so back to what I was saying. A lot of times in my past relationships, I felt like I lose myself just to be in partnership. Mm-hmm. 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 So my biggest, I'm kind of rewiring myself now, but for a long time, the biggest theme in my life was like partnership. And I don't accept busters. I like good men, but even with that, like even if you do like good men, you know, my all and be all, I just feel like at the end of the day would be if I'm in a relationship, I'm okay. Like, oh well, if I got a significant other, I'm fine. And in a lot of ways that left me with the short end of stick. The short end of the stick. Because not viewing yourself more than what you're currently in will set you up for failure. Every time. Even if it's destined to be the best thing ever, even if it's destined to be around 15, 20 years, the price you will pay for losing yourself, the price you will pay for giving yourself up for a relationship, you will pay a heavy price. Okay? Um, so yeah, you know, it's some people here, it's some wives here that are meant to be housewives. It's some women here that are meant to be, more focused on maybe partnership and marriage, you know. But when you have a purpose, when you have a purpose, when you have destiny, when you have a legacy that you need to leave behind, you get what I'm saying? And not only just focusing on what the man want to leave or whatever, but when you got something that you're supposed to leave behind too, your focus cannot be partnership, relationship center. Because if you do that, tuh, God comes in like, oh. I really feel like God would come in and take, because that's not your purpose. Yeah, he might bring a relationship that's supposed to do well, end well, and all those good things. But if you lose yourself in that relationship and you just forget to focus on what you love, what you enjoy, what you like, things that make you happy, things that are within your love language. When you start being considerate of yourself, then what is it called? You're losing. You're losing out. You're losing the game. I forgot what it's called, but you're losing the game. Okay, yeah. So you know, sometimes as women, we do focus on being in a relationship. Like, oh my God, I love love. And, for a long time, sometimes that's what they tell us, marriage is definitely the end goal, or being with somebody should be definitely your end goal. And I'm not saying that should stop you from wanting to do that. All I'm saying is, in a lot of ways, just don't forget about yourself. It's going to be hard to be in something. You be in a relationship for 5 years. And when you leave out of a relationship for 5 years, this nigga sitting on 100K. This nigga sitting on fucking, I don't know, land. And those 5 years, you ain't got nothing to show for it. But a clean house, a wiped ass, and maybe some nice shoes. Okay, now that's what I'm saying. Like, ladies, we really have to lock in on financial literacy. And even if a man is willing to give you the world, you gotta take some of that world he giving you and save it. Okay? Okay? Because like I said, if you in a relationship and for those 5 years, you said you never went back to college because you so focused on a relationship. You never went after that job because you so focused on the kids. You never did what you wanted to do because your thing was always around partnership and relationship. And then when this relationship leave you high and dry, baby, you high and motherfucking dry. Okay? And I think that's one of the lessons I'm learning. I think that's one of the lessons that I'm learning, and I've been learning, saying, like I told y'all, I got a couple relationships where I kind of just forget myself. But this time it has ring more to me how serious it is. Like, I don't know, y'all. The illusions around money and illusions around relationships is starting to break for me. And I don't know. I never thought I would be at this point to seeing it so different. But yeah, I'm starting to see a lot of things different. Yeah, and then you definitely got your type of man, because that's the way a woman can forget about herself. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put everything on the man, Lord, everything in the man's fault, but that's just one of the ways. Now let's talk about these no good ass men that are coming to take from you physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Around here we call those energy vampires. Around here, we call those the ones that like to harvest souls, harvest energies from souls. And you really do have your people like that. Like, have you ever been with somebody where, like, have you ever been with somebody and when you left, you feel so drained? Like, y'all might have just hooked up to just have sex. Y'all might have just hooked up just to, have a talk. Or I don't know, like, but after you leave them, you just feel so motherfucking drained. Baby, get away. Get away. It's the first sign. It's the first sign. It's the first sign. First sign. First sign. Because anybody that comes to your life should be adding value. Okay? You already complete when anybody comes into your life. And if you're not complete, it's some self-worth, stuff you need to do. But nobody else will make you complete. God already made you complete. So anybody that comes to your life should be a plus. Anybody that comes to your life with negativity, anybody that comes in your life with drama, anybody that comes in your life and you feel like your energy is being drained, anybody that comes in your life and you feel like it's just straight confusion, let it go. Those things doesn't serve you. And sometimes I feel like, people will come because they want to see how much far they could take you. Okay? How much you gonna let me take from you? Some men are like that with different women. How much you gonna let me take from you? How much, you gonna let me take that good energy you got from you and transfer it to me? Niggas do that. Okay? You know what I'm saying? The same shit that you was asking for in your relationship and the same stuff that you was giving to your man emotionally, girl, about the next relationship, he gonna be giving it all to that bitch. Okay? Cause I've learned this. You never take a man from the thin ear. You always take a man from another woman. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I mean that in a sense of it's always a woman that is working on a man. A man is never truly by himself. That's just not their nature. You know what I'm saying? So you will always get your man from another woman. And how well equipped he is from when he leave there ain't got nothing to do with that past woman. But it tells you everything about kind of you know what I'm saying, what they had in their past, and what they going for in the future. Hell, or you might can see like, oh, this is the reason why he likes me. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, yes, it's some guys that will take all that you got if you let them. And those are usually the boys that don't like to go on dates. Them usually the boys that don't like to go on dates, okay? You ask a nigga for a date, and nigga start acting like he got A, B, and C, motherfucking D into the world. Okay? He got everything to do, baby. He can't take you on a date. So, any nigga that's just pulling up to your house just because, anybody just that's not taking you serious and you know you need to be taken serious, or he just saying like he playing with you, more than likely he is playing with you, and more than likely he's taking your stuff with him. You trying to figure out how this nigga all jolly, his energy all good, but ever since you been with him, your energy fucked up. You can't think straight. You can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And he over here like having the best time in his motherfucking life. You the best thing that happened to me. And you sitting there looking at a nigga like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you. And you probably is in love with them, probably what you put up with, but you just thinking like, you're just more drained. So yes, there's definitely guys out there like that in the world, and a guy is only gonna do what you allow. So don't let guys leave with your stuff. Don't let guys leave, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't let guys leave with your stuff. Don't let guys leave with your spirituality in a pocket. Don't let guys leave with your dreams in a pocket. Don't let guys leave with your joy in a pocket. You know what I'm saying? You know you want certain things, a certain ways you want to be loved. And if that person not, you know what I'm saying, giving you what you need, don't let him leave with your joy. Because that's what he gonna do. Walk out. Bye. Lie. I ain't give you what you need, but bye. So just set boundaries, okay? I ain't saying you can't have fun and love. Yes, you can, but you cannot let him leave with all your shit. Okay? When you leave out of something, out of a relationship, you should always feel better than you did going in. If that's the right thing. It's the positive aspect, it's always supposed to happen like that. And it's ways to make sure that a relationship don't take you through hell and back. And once you start to really feel in your soul the boundaries, like the no's, them no's feel good as fuck. Okay? When you stop giving a fuck about what everybody and their mama think, them no's feel like, yes, for the rest of money. It's like, oh. Yes, honey, them things feel good. Yeah, like just let me see. Just learn how to give love without losing yourself. If you know this guy is about all games, he ain't take you serious. If you know he ain't just don't make sure nobody love bomb you, but if he not take you serious, and you'll be able to tell if a nigga won't take you serious, cause they should tell you. Trust me. When a guy like you, he likes you. Okay, when a guy like you, he likes you, and you would know. Cause niggas be willing to move mountains for a woman they really, really adore and care about. And if a guy not willing to move mountains for you, please stop. Please stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys are getting away with so much. And I feel like it's because, as women, I don't know, like, as women, it's just times are changing. And sometimes a lot now, we're the breadwinners. And, other things. We have to step up in ways that, men sometimes don't step up. And so it's just, we can really get stuck into some shit. Yeah. And stop letting that nigga come over and spend the night when that nigga said he ain't got no place to go all motherfucking week. The nigga ain't got no place to live. Why the fuck is you letting him live with you? Because he gonna leave with all your stuff. Okay? Don't leave empty. Fill this up in the inside. Fill your heart up in the inside. So a guy can never take from you. You have to hold your heart in a way where you do accept love, but also guard it in a way where you have boundaries, where you know, like, certain people not supposed to get in. You know, like, have fun, but just don't allow a guy just to take you through whatever. Okay? And if you're fussing with a girl over a guy, he done left with your stuff already. Okay? That's why you sitting there fussing. Why you sitting there fussing? This is just the episode on he almost left with all my stuff. A little short episode or whatever. Thank y'all. Can't wait to figure out what else we'll be talking about this month. I appreciate y'all. My views keep going up on YouTube, so I really love that for myself. And I hope y'all find joy into this episode. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Subscribe, do all of that. Okay? Bye. Love and light.